Welding can be very rewarding, you know, because you can build a lot of things and you can look back on it and say, hey, I built that, you know, with my skills.
Growing up, he was quiet, and I mean, he always wanted to hang around his dad. Dad is his hero. They're tinkerers, you know what I call tinkerers. They're always using their hands and keeping busy with something. You know, they want to make something, you know, to make something better.
What got me into welding was it was one thing my dad didn't know how to do, so it kind of felt me superior when I was teaching him for the first time. Before I went to welding school, you know, I just took welding in my high school program.
He would weld very, very slow and carefully. Like it was like, I know I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to do this.
And my welding was okay. But after Tulsa Welding School, I have a lot of confidence and I can go around the whole pipe without even stopping or anything. They show me every single position you can think of. You know, if there's going to be a welding test for a company, I know Tulsa Welding School is going to train me for the exact same test that they're going to give me. They prepare you for your career.
When he graduated, he got a job. They helped him find a job. And when he brought home his first paycheck, we looked at each other and it's like 30 years of us working, you know, he was making more in 1 week than we were. You know, it's just unbelievable, you know, what that has opened for him.
Welding has really rewarded myself and my family. I like to do for fun. I like to come back home to my ranch and take my ATVs and go around, you know, go crazy. I like to go really fast. I have a lot of stuff to do now, you know. I think in five more years, I want to have probably 3 rig trucks all ready to go, maybe 4, maybe 5. And if I'm not using them, I'll rent them out. And well, maybe I shouldn't be saying this because people are going to steal my idea. I don't have to really worry about financial problems or anything. Just steer forward and look up what's ahead, and there's nothing to look back and nothing to regret. I like welding because if you do a good job and you work hard at it, it's very rewarding, and the money isn't that either. You know, you can travel anywhere you want to, you can build anything you want to, you know, because everything in this world is, you know, is welded up. You can take your truck and go in any direction, and you're guaranteed to find a welding job anywhere you go. You know, with all the education you get and all the education you can get out of Tulsa Welding School, you know, they set you up for a solid standing with your career. I'm Ryan Sinezio, and I'm a Tulsa Welding School graduate.
I think I decided to go into welding just because of how interesting it is, how many different things you can do with it. From building cars to, you know, roller coasters or ships, tanks, you know, a bunch of that stuff. And it's just interested me, the whole hands-on part of the trade, rather than sitting there reading out of a book. You can actually sit there and read off of a blueprint and then create something out of it. Before graduating high school, leading up to graduating high school, we had that, there's always that sense of being lost, kind of, what do we do?
There probably were some questions about what Matt's future would look like, just because he always needed something that was different than conventional.
I have no idea what I'm going to do. You know, I'm about to be 18 and technically an adult.
He was always really good at wanting to do things and make things with his hands.
I hated sitting in a classroom.
I was very excited when he stumbled on an interest in welding.
And I don't think that I realized how much I was going to like welding, but it it just seemed like a good decision. It just seemed like the whole idea of it fell into place at such a good time that it was hard to pass up on it. Even if I wasn't a welder for a living, I could still have a great time building things and doing things that I could only do if I knew how to weld. Getting myself a piece of land, having a truck, and having solid work is probably one of the main goals right now. I'd like to have some room to do things, shoot guns and have dogs, and the goal is definitely reachable. You just gotta put in hard work. Right now I'm working for a small shop, all welding shop, welding fabrication. It was all new to what they were doing. I had no idea how that shop ran.
Matt, early in his career, is doing very well for his age.
He was willing to give me a chance and kept me around.
He's got a lot of energy. He stays with it, and he tries to get, every time he welds, he tries to get that one better and better. And that's what you need, and that's what you want. And a lot of people think I'm crazy for hiring young people, but I'm not. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll hire another Tulsa graduate if I get a chance and grow.
It's cool to finally find something that I was actually decent at and felt like I could work to get better at it, and just had that interest in it, and going through welding school, we got tired, sweaty, burnt, and to come in there and kind of get graded and pushed to your limits, and then someone tell you, yeah, like you did a pretty good job. You're like, all that work I just put in, it feels good. And it doesn't change in the workplace either. It's cool. It's just a really cool factor to it. Most people can't deny they feel a little cooler when they got their hood on and they're welding and people walk by and look at them, I'm Matt Krause, and I'm a Tulsa Welding School graduate.
Welding does give you a lot of freedom, and I mean, it gives you tons of freedom. You're looking at your world through a 2x4 window, and it is. It's the time honestly has no place once you drop your hood. When you drop your hood, you are in your own place. It's an awesome job. I absolutely love it. By far the best job I've ever had. Before working in Alaska, I spent most of my time running my own personal rig, traveling from job to job, which didn't afford me the time to be home the way my job in Alaska does.
What his career brings to the family is stability, job stability, which I think is extremely important.
I have 3 weeks on and then 3 weeks off, and that 3 weeks off, that R&R, I enjoy at home. I'm able to be at home more.
Who he is, hard work is important to him, and that's his life. He wants to work hard to make sure that his loved ones are provided for, and I saw that right away.
Outside of college and Tulsa Welding School, I don't think I would have had a career like this. Not at all. When I'm not welding and I'm at home, relaxing, I just like to ride my bike. I love the sound. I love the sound. And that is there. When I'm riding, there's an incredible sense of freedom, that feeling of freedom. Working the way I do and the career that I have, when I'm ready to make upgrades, I don't have to wait. If I wanted to go out and change the color, paint it, I can do it. Welding allows me to save money. It allows me to comfortably pay my expenses and to take care of my family the way, someone should, the way your family is supposed to be taken care of. I'm prepared for the unexpected. the adventure and the reward. You know, the adventure and the reward. And I say adventure because I honestly don't believe I would have ever seen Africa or Paris or Germany if it wasn't for welding. If you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to put in the time, then the reward is well worth it. Well worth it. I honestly and strongly feel that I would not be where I am in my life and my career if it wasn't for Tulsa Welding School. It is the best decision I've ever made. I'm Clifford Moses, and I'm a Tulsa Welding School graduate.